midnight. This is 12:47 a.m. and I'm like, I need to step out. But where do I want to go at midnight? Nowhere. So I'm just gonna clean my face right after. Anyways, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is IJ for those of you that are just clicking and watching my video for the first time, and this is going to be a review on the Fenty products. And I have the foundation somewhere on the floor, so just excuse me while I pick it up. So yes, so today I'm going to be reviewing just a few products from the Fenty beauty collection for you guys, because I wasn't able to get my hands on all the products, but to a reasonable extent I wish I did, because you know, it will help me better, you know, like it will give me a better feel of how the product works together. But in all, I'm not mad that I didn't get everything, because you know, Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation, and I'm in the shade 430. And I'm also going to be reviewing the most, I don't know, the most talked about highlighter right now in the world on the gram, and that's the Trophy Wife highlighter. So yes, everybody and their mamas are raving about this highlighter, so I pretty much had to get my hands on it. So yeah, just these two products were almost over, well, we're almost $100. They were $95 in all, so I'm just like, with these I should be good, because I'm spending my hard-earned coins on this. So like, there's no money to buy anything more, pretty much. Anyways, I'm glad I was able to get these. I feel like these are the most important / necessary products to have from the Fenty beauty collection, but it might not be your own necessary products to have. But yeah, and also I watched a bunch of reviews before I went ahead and I got my foundation, or before I went ahead and got the Fenty beauty products. So I have seen a bunch of people on YouTube say that the concealers that Rihanna released along with the foundations, that they're a little bit on the drier side. So I'm gonna say that I'm not so mad that I didn't, you know, get them. So yeah, so pretty much today I'm just going to be sharing with you guys some thoughts, tips, and ideas on how this foundation works, or the best way to apply this foundation. But like I always say, bear in mind that what works on you might not work for you, because everyone has different skin types. But with that being said, you might learn a thing or two from this, and this might definitely help you. You don't know. I'm just saying, because you know, I don't want it to be like, oh, you guys heard me say something and then you guys tried it and it didn't work. But it is working for me, so hopefully it works for you too. And yeah, that's pretty much it, because I am so out of breath, because I have done this intro like a million times, because I'm trying to get to my happy place, because I'm not feeling so good. So it's like I've done this intro like 20 times already. I'm not even kidding you guys. But hopefully this is my last one. And yes, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to leave me comments in the comment section. And if you're just clicking and watching this video for the first time, I hope you subscribe before you leave. Anyways, you guys know that I swear by this product and I like to use it a lot. Excuse me, I'm really sick, but I'm trying to make sure that I put this video out there by tomorrow latest. So we're just gonna go ahead with this video. So you might hear me cough a few times when I try to talk, or I might just do a voiceover. I don't know what the difference would be, but I'm just trying to make sure that I give you guys as much detail as possible. So first I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face with the Pixie Skin Treats, and this will serve as my moisturizer, because I do love this thing. Pro Filter primer from the Fenty beauty line. I don't know if I mentioned this in the intro, but I did not get the primer itself, but I did get a sample. So yeah, I don't know, I'm losing, I don't know, I'm running out of breath, but this video is still gonna work. So extra. I don't know why I like to do this extra step, but I like it, and it works. It works for me. I'm so sorry guys. So I'm going to use my NYX pore filler, and I'm just basically going to use this on my nose, just because, you know, the pores on my nose are so disrespectful. I don't know why, but they're just too disrespectful. Talking about the primer itself, it looks more like a moisturizer, but feel wise it feels like a primer. So it dries up and it just makes the skin feel smooth. At least I feel like my skin is smooth, so it feels like a primer but it goes on like a moisturizer pretty much. Yeah, so now that all that is in, and for the foundation now, much have been talking about, well, I am in the shade 430. Yes, so 430. But when I went into the Sephora store, I tried it a bunch of shades. So I tried the 420, I tried the 430, and I tried the 440, I think, and they all didn't look so bad on my skin tone, but I just decided to go with the 430 because I don't know, it just looked better. And then when it oxidized, because it did dry out a little bit, so when it did oxidize, it just looked like skin because I couldn't really see it anymore. Same goes for the 440. They were reasonable shades, and I feel like I could pretty much have gone with either of the two, but I just picked the 430. So bear in. Alright, so I like to shake personally, but I don't think there's anything wrong if you don't shake. So I'm just gonna shake mine just a little bit and then distribute it all over my skin. Also, this stuff is very liquidy, very liquidy. It's almost like, it's very watery pretty much, so you have to be careful when trying to pump it out or whatever. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one side with the beauty blender and I'm gonna do one side with a brush, but I don't feel like you guys will be able to tell the difference on camera, but there is some sort of difference, but it's not that huge pretty much. So let's do this. So I'm gonna share my first thought with you guys just because. So the first thing I realized with this foundation is that this foundation does not do well with a color corrector, because I did try to use my LA Girl orange concealer, orange color corrector before applying the foundation, because like I said in the intro, this is not my first time wearing it, and this dries pretty fast too, and it just didn't work. I could pretty much see I don't know, I could see all my flaws and imperfections through the foundation, and I could almost see the orange corrector through the foundation. So it just made me realize that maybe this works well just on its own without any extra colorings or whatever. I've been working full time for you. Me woulda spend my last dime on you. Who am I, baby? I and I, the one I give you all that. You so fly, ain't no lie, can't deny. You're everything I need. That give me that, give me that. So that is one side with the brush. I know I haven't done my forehead, but I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 more pumps and use with the beauty blender, sorry. And I'm gonna use the brush on this side of my face. And for some reason, that's why I'm saying people are different. For some reason, I do like the application with the brush better than the beauty blender. That's just me. You do whatever works for you, but I feel like I like the brush better than using the beauty blender. Even though the beauty blender isn't bad, it's alright, I guess, but yeah, I just like the brush better. I can't really tell you why. I don't know. I guess maybe I like the look. I'm trying not to wet the brush, because first time I did use a brush, because I tried the first time with a beauty blender and then the second time I used the brush. So I've actually had this foundation on twice. So yeah. So here's what I'm saying. I feel like you get a better coverage with the brush than the beauty blender, but I mean, that might just be me. can do whatever works for you. So I'm just gonna use the brush and just go around my whole face, just because I feel like I want more coverage. And as you guys know, because you guys have watched over 1 million videos of the Fenty beauty collection release, this foundation is, as they say, medium to full coverage, but I personally feel like it's just a medium coverage, which isn't bad. I feel like it's perfect coverage, but it's not full coverage. So I'm just going to take one more tiny little pump just for my forehead area. And I'm just basically lacking breath right now. I can't even do anything. Baby, give me all that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. My lover, keep you coming back. Just a lover. I just wanna love ya. And now it just dawned on me that I actually haven't done my brows, so I'm gonna go do my brows real quick and I'll be right back. To set my eyelid before I use the color that I'm gonna be using, I'm going to, well, to set my eyelid, I'm going to be using this CoverGirl Professional Loose Powder. This is in the shade 115 Translucent Medium. So yeah, jeez. Babies everywhere. Yeah, everything I need. That. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Baby, give me all that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. My lover, keep you coming back. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Baby, give me all that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. My lover, keep you coming back. And now for the color that I am using on my lid, I'm using this Beauty Treats blush palette, and I'm going to be trying to basically recreate a look that I did on Rashida's Snapchat a few weeks ago. If you don't know Rashida, she is a makeup influencer, and you know, she has like a makeup Snapchat, you know, page where she lets other beauty influencers and YouTube personalities, you know, do takeovers and, you know, recreate makeup looks and share tips and ideas with you guys. So you guys should definitely add her. It's the Beat Down, I think, but I'm not sure, but I'll figure it out and I'll leave it somewhere in the comment section or on the screen. So the color I'm gonna be going into is this color right here. This one, I don't know if you guys can see, but this one right here. So that's basically the color that I am going to be using for everywhere. I'll see what works. If I don't do this, then I'll do something with this and the Holy Grail Trophy White highlighter, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to be using this all over my crease and basically on my crease, my lid. Like, there's no, what's the word? This isn't conventional. It's just Jesus. It's just anyhow you like it, pretty much. So I'm just going to Papa spend me time with y'all. Bitches seeing on my iPhone, yo, me black a eye for yo. Who am I? Baby, I and I, the one I give you all that. You so fly, ain't no lie, can't deny. Yeah, everything I need that. Give me that, give me that, give me that. Baby, give me all that. Give me that, give me that. At this point, I have done my eyes and worn my lashes off camera. This look is super easy, but if you guys do want a separate tutorial, just let me know. I just don't want this video to be super long, so I went ahead and I did that off camera. So this is just the foundation and my eyes done. Well, like most of it, not all of it, I'll do the rest at the end. So now I'm going to be applying my concealer, and obviously I didn't buy the Fenty Beauty concealers or matchsticks. I don't know what they're called, but I didn't buy them. So I'm just going to be using my own concealer, and I'm going to be using LA Girl in Toffee and Sephora concealer in the same shade that I use for my eyelid. So yeah, now here I'm going to share another thought with you guys. So I found that with this foundation, when you do use concealers, it almost makes the concealer also look like skin. So instead of showing off as a highlight or as a concealer, it blends nicely into the skin. And well, that's just what I realized. Maybe for other people it still looks normal, but that's just what I realized, and I actually like it. I don't mind it. I actually like having more of a natural look than a highlighted look. So ain't no one above ya. We would across the red line for ya. Papa punny like a court side with y'all. Papa spend me time with y'all. And you also have to be fast with this, because I feel like because of the foundation, because of how matte the foundation is, the concealer also tends to dry really fast. So you have to be careful not to waste too much time. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm talking about, but the concealer now sort of feels pretty dry. So I'm gonna try to work my way through this, but yeah. Okay, today it's looking highlighted, but the other two times, maybe because I used a concealer closer to my skin tone, but I use Fawn. Fawn isn't so close to my skin tone, and this is Toffee that I use right now. Am I crazy? This is Toffee, but I'm not sure which one is lighter, if it's Toffee or Fawn, so we're gonna be fine. So I'm just using the excess for my under kidney, whatever that is called, so to highlight under my cheekbones. I know what that's called. This thing actually just dries really quick, so you have to be really careful. You have to blend on time. This is really matte. This foundation is extra freaking matte. I'm not even kidding you guys. Across the red line for y'all. Papa punny like a court side with y'all. Papa spend me time with y'all. Bitches feeding on my eye on y'all. Me black a eye for y'all. Who am I? Baby I, the I and I, the one I give you all that. You so fly, ain't no lie. Can't deny, you're everything I need. That give me that, give me that. I go crazy. I don't go ham on doing my forehead and all of those. I would do that with a powder. So now I'm gonna be using this brush. It's nothing special, but that's what I like to use to set this powder. And because this powder is matte, you don't have to bake your face. You guys know I love to bake, like I'm the queen of baking, but with this foundation I don't bake. So I'll just use this to pretty much set my under eyes real quick, and also very lightly, nothing too crazy. Me drop it down, don't you whine pon y'all, cause everything me give you are the best to true. I've been working full time for you. Me woulda spent my last dime pon you. Who am I? Baby I, I'm gonna go ahead and contour. I'm gonna be contouring with my all-time fave contour kit, which is from True Fiction. You guys have seen this like a million times.
I just wanna love ya. Mr. Lover.
We're all set. I think that's pretty much it. So we're getting to the part everybody is waiting for, but before we get to that part, I just want to use the same brush and just, you know, next thing I'm gonna do is spray my face with this, and then we're gonna be ready to use the highlighter. Next thing we're gonna do is say what? So we're going to be bringing out the Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter in the shade Trophy White. So my only problem with this highlighter is, I mean, having nails as long as mine is quite difficult to open, but it's nothing too crazy. So what I'm gonna do, because I like to be extra, is I'm actually going to take some of this Trophy Wife and I'm going to put it in my inner tear duct, because, you know, we have to glow in every area of our lives possible. So I feel like the best way to apply this highlighter, because you guys know that this is more, for me this is more like a pigment. Sorry, I think there's flashbacks. This is, it's such a beautiful yellow pigment slash glitter, because that's how it comes up for me. So it might be overly flattering for someone of my skin tone. At least that's how I feel, because the first time I used it I felt like it was too much, and you can't go in with a brush like this, or I don't know, or even a brush like this, because I don't know, it will just pop everywhere. So I feel like the best way to apply this brush is, this highlighter is with a precision brush, like a tiny little brush like this, that will just basically go in the area that you want it to. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna be using this brush, and I'm just gonna be dipping it into the, because it does have a lot of glitter in it, and I'm just gonna be applying it here.
Mr. Lover.
Yo, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And then one last thing before I go, personally, still on the matcha of the highlight, I like it, but I feel like it is better as a topper. So when I say topper, what I mean is that you apply your highlighter first, your favorite highlighter or highlighter of choice, and then, you know, top it up with this one, top it up with the Trophy Wife. But if you like it as it is, it's also not bad, it's alright. I just feel like it's just overly flattering, it's just way too much. It just pops excessively in a way that, you know, I'm not so comfortable with. But aside that, I do love it. It's such a great highlighter. It is beautiful. such a beautiful yellow, popping, I don't know, popping shadow, popping highlighter, popping, you know, whatever you want to use it, popping pigment, popping glitter, whatever you want to use it for. But aside that, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye for now.
Spinning in his wedges like he came from Maytag. Rocket with it on the brown. When I get like this, I can't be around you. I'm too little to dim down the night, 'cause I can name some things that I'm gon' do. Wow, wow.